Station 111, responding from MVC, Dead Horse Road and Boulder Creek Drive. Again, Dead Horse Road, Boulder Creek Drive. Reporting this as a vehicle versus pedestrian. Dispatch clear.
Station 111, acknowledge.
My name is Robert Peddle. I've been living in Langdon for 11 years now. Filmmaker since about 2014, so that'd be 8 years. Kim and I one day were sitting around. We used to go out to shoot with, do some photography. And I said one day that we'd like to do a film. I like getting some filmmaking. Kim goes, yeah, that's a great idea. So we started putting our minds together, and that's how we got started. And we've produced an hour-long documentary called Bicycles, people who ride to work on their bicycles in the wintertime. 20 years ago, I was a volunteer firefighter myself back in Wolfville, Nova Scotia. Did it for 15 years. So the documentary is about the Langdon Volunteer Fire Department. I want to do a documentary about those guys, what they do, what they see, what they go through, their training, the calls they've been on, basically how much time it requires as a volunteer, just to show what they go through and how they juggle their life and family and commitments to the station and to help their community. So I approached Corey. He's a captain on the Langdon Fire Station, and I asked him if they would be interested in doing a documentary about them. And after several months, he came back and said, yeah, they were very interested. Chief I think he really wants to get this done. And I think he was the same as me. He realized the guys don't get enough recognition for what they do. So he agreed with me, and this is where we are now. I think the hardest part was probably organizing with the guys. Because a lot of times you'd be filming and all of a sudden you get called in on a call. So you gotta stop filming.
In case we... There you go. You want to film it? Put it out.
They work full-time jobs. They're a very busy department. You probably get a call a day. I say scheduling was probably the hardest part of this whole documentary. I think for me, the best part was just being around the station again. Kind of reliving my years of doing it a long time ago. I thought this would be a good way to pay back the volunteer fire community. I felt that they never got enough, they don't get enough recognition for what they do. They're more of a hidden service. And where they just got a brand new building, I thought this might be a good time to do a documentary about them.
I'm named Simon, been in Langdon for 7 years in Boulder Creek here. I know they're mainly volunteers. I know they have a brand new building. Yeah, and that's about the only thing I know. I know I've had business with them once when our son had a fever, I don't know how to say. Anyways, he passed away for a high fever and he was convulsing, and they were the first one to respond. Service was great, and guys came fast, and I appreciate any volunteers that would do stuff like that. Most people go about their own business, so props for them. Yeah, we see them in the Langdon days, and we see them at Christmas, and we see them at Halloween. Yeah, everybody likes firemen, right?
My name is Brendan Hoffman. Lived in the Langdon community for about a year now. Loved the feel of it. We just wanted to get out of Calgary, and been nothing but thrilled with it. The people here, the general sense of community, the small town feel is exactly what we were after. What I know about the Langdon Fire Department, I mean, obviously it's service to the community, which is very important to us, and that's part of the small town feel of Langdon. So why I considered joining that was just to be able to give a little something back to the community. The only reservations I've had have just been the time commitment. I want to make sure that I can properly commit the time. It's great. I mean, who's not to like them having, their own services here, so you're not relying on, Calgary or Strathmore or anything else, right? No, we've never had to call the fire department, so we've been fortunate, but I know they've had a couple hot, dry summers here, so everyone in the community's got to be thankful for at least what they do or what they have to offer, because it's been a tinderbox here the past couple of years.
The team of people here is really great, and I think most people are here for the same reason. They want to help their community. We live here, we serve here. It just gives you a lot of pride to be able to work and in the community that you live and help people, on some days, people personally.
We do have a successful Firefighters Association.
Our association, everyone on the department's considered is part of the association. When you join the fire department, you're also joining the association. Honestly, I think that's ties into, making a difference. It doesn't just mean making a difference on calls. At the fire department, I think we can really do things in the community that has nothing to do with emergencies. Just making the community better. Showing up to block parties, raising awareness on health and safety topics, doing the garbage cleanup every year. They organize a garbage cleanup, just stuff like that. I really think as a fire department, that's what you should be doing.
Actually, I can't really see retirement on the horizon for me. As long as my health is sound, and it is, I can't really see not working and being active. I feel good, and I enjoy getting up in the morning, and I enjoy going to bed at night because I've had a good day. So it's just something that I'm just not wired mentally for retirement. I'm going to retire. I don't know when. It could be tomorrow, it could be next week, it could be 2 or 3 years from now. I don't know. I'm feeling good as long as the membership here want to deal with me, as long as the county want to deal with me, then I'll probably stay. Now, I don't have a plan to retire, although I have thoughts, of course. Everybody has thoughts of retirement to some point. I'm just not sure where I am on that one. We have a bit of a succession plan, yes, that 3 of the captains and myself have discussed, yes. So if I was to retire tomorrow or today, it's up to Randy Smith, essentially, I can make recommendations to the chief, say, look, okay, I'm leaving tomorrow. Here's my recommendations for how you might want to take a look at that. But what the county does is they will post a job posting for station chief. People will apply for it, and they will interview, the county will interview them for it. Ultimately, it's the chief's decision, what he wants to do.
The future for this station in particular just looks really good. You know, we have people that are engaged, they love coming to work, they love doing what needs to be done. Everybody helps out when you ask them to.
I think our station will be pretty much the same for the foreseeable future, which could be as long as 10 years. The county would have no incentive to change our station, providing we're doing what they expect. Our level of service is maintained, our membership is maintained, anything can happen. But as long as we give the county and the community confidence that we're here to do the job that we're supposed to do, I don't really see any change beyond maybe more firefighters, perhaps more equipment. We will improve our training as time goes by. We'll then improve our officer training.
Hello, my name is Ken Hubbard. I'm Deputy Fire Chief for Rocky View County Fire Services. I'm very pleased to be part of the ceremony today at Rocky View County for our opening of our new station. Can't say enough about our Langdon and Rocky View Southeast station. That really is the hub and the heartbeat of our southeast area of our stations. Can't say enough about their energy, their professionalism, and how much they care about and work within their community. Today is a special day, being able to open a brand new station, specifically built for Rocky View County, taking us from our yesteryear of different stations and opportunities they worked out of to a brand new station that will serve them well in our community for a number of years, and also welcome the opportunity to work with other municipality protective services, our law enforcement, as well as the RCMP, who will be joining us in our first multi-agency department.
Today's ceremony actually turned out significantly better than I had anticipated. We had a lot of political input, which was very good. Guest speakers from a variety of disciplines. Great food, great environment, nice day. It was just, couldn't have asked for a better setup.
Today was been an honor to be here with the grand opening of our fire hall. It's an amazing new infrastructure for Rocky View and for the area. Overall, I am just ecstatic because this has been a long time progress to try to get this accomplished. We had a lot of support from the province also, and I think they have to be acknowledged that it wasn't for their contributing all the funds that this would have been difficult to do. Such a large improvement from the radio shed that the firefighters have. We have volunteer firefighters here, so I couldn't ask for more.
So my name is Leela Sharon here, and I am privileged to be the MLA for Chestermere and Strathmore. Today we're in Langdon at the 111, the new fire station that has just had a blessing and been opening. We were surrounded by our friends and families and dignitaries to open this beautiful space.
We name this building as a place of service. May it adequately serve the firefighters who work here. May it safely house the equipment for Station 111. We ask your continual blessings on every firefighter who will serve here.
Typically a fire station opening, it is time to celebrate because the steps, the procedures to get us to this point have been, multiple years. As we talked about when we were going through the history of the station, we really did start with, Ron Winstrom going, you know, build it and they will come when we were talking about volunteer recruitment.
This is a fabulous day for our station, 30 plus years in the making, starting from a very humble experience and growing slowly and sometimes painfully. But we've generated a great organization within a great organization such as Rocky View, and we're here with magnificent equipment, magnificent buildings, community support. We're just so grateful to be in the place that we are. We are going to have a rolling in ceremony. We'll be using our what we call engine 111 at the door that's open. Now in 2013, actually in 2012, we went to the council of the day and asked for a rescue. We had a rescue that was very old, very tired, and we wanted to improve what we had for a rescue. Anyway, they decided, yes, we're going to give you guys a rescue. So the shopping began, and a truck was found in Goochland County, Virginia, that was stationed at Mannequin Sabbath Station. So we eventually bought this from these folks because they bought a new truck that they were taking delivery of right about that time. So in discussions with the chief that was there, it's a volunteer station by the way, he said, will you send us pictures when you have your rolling in ceremony for this truck? What? What is a rolling in ceremony? So he said, well, a rolling in ceremony that they have is you have your officers or politicians, in this particular case here, take a new rag, they wipe the tires down, and they push the truck into the building. You take pictures, and after that's done, you have cake. You cannot have a rolling in ceremony without cake. We have cake.
Excellent. So I'm Carla Lumenda with the Langdon and District Chamber of Commerce, and we're so honored to have the fire hall like this now here today. We have over 80 members in our business community, and it's not just our businesses in the area, but their families that this is here to support and keep us all safe, and that's just fantastic.
My involvement with the Langdon Fire Department is because they were short of storage. I had some room in a Quonset and used to store a trailer for them and some other supplies sometimes. It's been great being at this official opening of the fire station and to see the improvements and the amount of equipment that these people now have to do their jobs.
So I am Angela Martin, and I'm Senior Advisor Communications for Rocky View County, almost 5 years now. And today's event was to officially welcome and open the Langdon Emergency Services building. We had to postpone it for a year or so, but we have a great team at Rocky View County that helps pull these events off with Chief Westrom and all his crew, and it came together quite nicely. We had great turnout, and it was just an exciting day for everybody. The ceremony went very well. The rain could have held off for maybe 10 more minutes, but I know the rolling in ceremony is steeped in tradition and was very important to Chief Westrom and the crew here, and it was great to see that actually happen and hear the significance behind the rolling in ceremony, the historical background for it, and it was just great to see it all come together.
I'm Corporal Ryan Prowse. I'm in charge of the Langdon Satellite Office. We fall under the Strathmore RCMP detachment. I've lived in Langdon for a year, give or take. This is my fourth posting in the RCMP, and I look after the members who are responsible for policing in Langdon. We're here for the grand opening of the Langdon Emergency Services building. The RCMP has just recently moved into our office space in the building, and we're going to start providing policing services to Langdon residents from this building. We worked out of the Strathmore detachment, which is 15 minutes or 25 kilometers away from here, so we're responding from that office prior to this. So everything is brand new and shiny, so we're excited to start working out of the new space.
Then each person in the step, you know, they have a role to play, whether it's a municipal councillor, whether it's our local MLA, you know, the province, because putting together a facility like this is no small task. It's a huge facility. Service is a huge area in Rocky View County, not just Langdon. And so, yeah, we're all really proud to be able to open this facility finally, and you know, it's going to serve the community well. Yeah, it's a legacy going into the future.
I think it's important for the community. I think sometimes the view is when they hear volunteer, they know what I do for a living, they know what the other firefighters do for a living, so they know them as that person. So there can be a perception that we're people who want to help out, but we're not trained.
Basically, I hope the community and everybody understand what they do, the time they put into it, the commitment, the training, because these aren't, a lot of times with volunteer fire departments, they get the misconception of they're just amateurs and they show up, drive a truck out to a scene and just throw some water on it. But these guys are true professionals, and they do a lot of training, they're there a lot, put a lot of time commitment, they're away from their families a lot. So that's pretty much what the story I wanted to tell.
Just like to thank you guys very much. I think this is great what you guys are doing, and it's great that we are what you call, just like to me, it's like a thanks to our fire department to show the appreciation, so I thank you.
We're very fortunate that you folks came along to offer us this opportunity to tell the community and the extended community, wherever this documentary is going to be shown, we get to show our stuff. You've talked to or will talk to a lot of different members here. You've seen our equipment. You've seen some actual responses, emergency responses, and how we organize that. We're just happy to be able to tell our story in a positive way, that people can actually get an inside look at what happens inside the building that they don't normally see, and they really don't normally know, well, what goes on in there? What do you guys do? It gives us an opportunity to show people, and we're grateful for that.